So, you know how before the Super Bowl, there's the Puppy Bowl?
Really? Go there. I love it. Go.
The pregame, like that's your
Yes,
pregame for
absolutely.
the Super Bowl, is the Puppy Bowl. Well, I've kind of come to realize that before this show, we kind of have our own pregame. And it might be better than the actual show. But we can't air that part of the show. Sort of like, you know, at the Puppy Bowl, when accidents happen, sometimes those don't get aired either.
Wow.
I just
The
had
Puppy
to.
Bowl.
I love the Puppy Bowl.
Who out there does not like the Puppy Bowl? If you don't like no more. Come on, how can you not like the Puppy Bowl?
I love the Puppy Bowl.
I do too. We always click over there and watch the puppies jump around. I like it. Who is the hamsters on a wheel? And who's tweeting? Tweety is the tweet. Didn't you see? Don't you see the bird that's tweeting out all the details?
Okay,
there?
so I
It's
watched
really a
the
lot of
Puppy
funny.
Bowl for all of about 5 minutes just to see the cute puppies and which puppies they have this year, and then
Really?
moving on.
No, I stay with the Puppy Bowl for a little while.
It's been an exciting week in general in this entire country, if you want to be honest, between Super Bowl, State of the Union, National Signing Day, in the Golden Globes or something this week, and what else is this week? Anyway,
Where did you go?
Happening.
Where did you come up with this? I mean, you segued right from Puppy Bowl into an exciting week.
There's a lot going on. A lot going on.
Oh, well.
It's
Okay.
a crazy week.
It's not a crazy week. It's a crazy week for weather. This time last week is 17 degrees. Today it's going to be like 80, 75, 80 degrees. What is it going to be like 78 degrees today? Which I
Yes.
like it, but what say you?
And the pollen count's high. My favorite, not favorite, meteorologist. By the way, it was National Meteorologist, Think a Meteorologist Day or something this week. I didn't do that. I don't think them. Anyway, so tweeted out that the pollen count is already like super high. So no wonder everybody feels like crap. We just didn't realize
Well,
why.
I tell you what, a lot of people have been, I know out there, I walked in somewhere the other day and somebody was on the phone and said, all I know to do is take some Tylenol, start drinking some liquid, and let me see if I can get you in the doctor. And it's like everywhere you go, there's somebody having that conversation. And I know it's been tough due to the weather. In fact, last week I had a tough week, and this week I feel today is the first. Last night, TMI, right? Too much information, but last night is the first full night's sleep I've had in a week, which I feel good. So it's been a tough week. Cough, hacking. You know what I mean?
It's pollen, I guess. I don't know. I'm not going back to that message. But, I'm going to appeal to your audience.
No,
for
now
a
we're
moment.
appealing to the
I'm
audience.
going to appeal to your audience. According to the New York Times, it's global warming.
According to the New York Times.
Just throwing that out there.
It's global warming.
Because apparently 2017 was the warmest February ever. And then 2018 beat 2017. And now 2019 is going to be 2018. So this is because of the gases.
Okay, so any other directions you want to go? I mean, you have, we've glossed out, you said Super Bowl, State of the Union. The president gave State of the Union the other night. Big audience, laid out his agenda and his vision for the country. Then we have a lot more going on.
National Signing Day.
National Signing Day. That's the one. Yesterday was National Signing Day, and on just a quick note, Team FYN Sports, Luther Kinsey is gathering up all of the signings from North Georgia. He's gathering all those up, getting them on Team FYN Sports, and then on Monday, I know Dave Garner and Luther are going to do like almost an entire show on National Signing Day. So that's coming up here. We like to highlight those young athletes.
They're going to focus on just this.
Never
mind.
What?
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
I didn't know what we were talking about first, so I had to make sure I knew what we were talking about. Anyway.
We here at Team FYN Sports focus on the local athletes. So we have that. All right, go ahead. What else do you have? Do you have anything of substance?
We kind of touched on Valentine's Day, which is next weekend if you're not paying attention to anybody, out there. Just saying. Just pointing that out. Go ahead and talk about your basket.
Well, this right here is over $200 in value. And I tell you what, Hometown Florist did a great job putting this together. And also in this is a gift certificate from Hometown Florist for $50. So you can buy your loved one, friend, whatever, family, a lot of roses or balloons with $50 here. Movie tickets from, what's the name of the theater over there?
Mountain Cinemas.
Mountain Cinemas, movie tickets, Tea Trees Boutique, Aromatherapy Massage, River Street Tavern dinner certificate in there. So over $200 in value, but you got to find the Facebook page, Fetch Your News, and go on there for the rules. And do you know the rules? I don't know the rules. I know the rules.
I thought you had to comment with your favorite love song or
something.
something.
You got to do that, right? Favorite love song. And that's when you told me you had an anti-Valentine's playlist last week. Yeah, we learned all that about you, the anti-Valentine's playlist. What else is going on around town?
Last week we kind of went over some of the stuff that I had on our Valentine's Day post on our website, and you can still go look at that. We have love story about Fort Mountain State Park. We have specials with our cabins and restaurants and everything, but I have a few more that have happened since last week that I want to talk about. Walls of Books is having a Valentine's Day party on Saturday, February 9th from 10 to 11. Bring your kids in to make their own Valentine card, plus each child gets ages 3 to 10 get to pick out a Valentine themed book. That's exciting. I just want to mention that. And then I also wanted to mention Charlie's is having a Valentine's Day takeout special for those of you that are going to be enjoying Valentine's Day at home. It's 2 meals to take home and reheat, includes salad for 2, Italian bread, and a dessert to share. Your choices are baked manicotti, baked meat cannelloni, baked ravioli Alfredo, and baked lasagna, and you can choose between the tiramisu or a cheesecake, and it's only $34.95. So that's something that you can just take it home and, oh look, honey, I cooked this lovely Italian dinner for Valentine's Day.
Get rid of all the boxes and everything.
Get rid of all the boxes.
Just have it all ready.
Yeah, just have it all ready. So those are some things that have happened since the last weekend. I did want to re-mention, yesterday was National Frozen Yogurt Day, so we went out and visited Abby's Frozen Yogurt, but they've got 2 Valentine's Day events coming up. Go to their Facebook page, and you can see those events. One's a daddy-daughter date. The other is a couples night. So just go to their Facebook page for those events. We also have some of our other restaurants menus on our blog. So if you're trying to find a great place to go on a nice dinner for Valentine's Day, go there. We have some great gift ideas, flowers, jewelry from North Georgia Diamond. There's lots of things. The vineyards. So check that out.
Now, are the vineyards all sold out?
I think the Italian dinner at Chateau Maitre is, but I mean, they're open.
Right, there's a lot of vineyards that have different activities, and we have that on the website. We'll show you in a minute.
Carter K Vineyards is doing the chocolate tulip cups with the port wine in the cups. Ooh. So they have that going on, and they'll have some live music and things like that. That there's no cap of how many people can come to that, so anybody can come to it. You can go to their Facebook page and get information, or I think it's on our Valentine's. It is on our Valentine's Day blog. So
okay.
So lots of love and happy things happening tonight at Ingelheim. There is a fundraiser for Georgia Mountains Hospice for our local king and queen, which is Robert Ferguson and Cindy West. They had a fundraiser last week, and they have one today at Ingelheim to help raise funds for Georgia Mountains Hospice for their Mardi Gras Gala. Please come out and support them. You can vote for them online, but we want Gilmer's king and queen to win. So we're really excited about that. And we'll talk more about Mardi Gras. We always do a whole Mardi Gras themed
Next week,
show.
while I have you, next week we'll be announcing that. We're going to have somebody here promoting that and explaining everything that goes on with that fundraiser. So next week we'll have somebody in here. Not during this time, but we are going to have on the show Good Morning from the Office. Next week we have somebody coming in to talk about that.
Good.
Yes.
And then I also want to mention it is the 25th anniversary of Gilmer Arts Best Series. They have been bringing, I forget what bringing LJ sensational talent for 25 years. So they're bringing in international award-winning artists, the Atlanta Pops Orchestra, and I will butcher this, I am so sorry, Chloe Agnew, I think is how you pronounce that, on March 16th at 7:30. If you want tickets, I highly recommend you go ahead and buy them. This is probably going to be a sold-out show very soon. So I wanted to go ahead and mention it now because I really feel like this is not something I'm going to be able to talk about the week before. It's going to get sold out.
And I tell you what, the best series they do. You follow the entire series that they bring in a talent. They do an outstanding job. The best series of bringing in talent throughout the year.
Yes.
To Gilmer County. They just do. They do a great job.
Paige and I were at the Capitol.
Yes, I was going to ask.
Tuesday.
I was going there. I saw you down there with all the higher ups at the Capitol.
Yeah, that's what we were doing. We were there for Tourism, Hospitality, and Arts Day, where the governor unveils the cover of the Georgia Travel Guide and is presented with a check for the tourism state tax revenue that's based off of tourism. So we go down there every year for that, and we had some other meetings, lunch and learn with the state tourism department. So that was a fun little. We do it every year. So this was probably my 5th year doing it. So it was pretty interesting.
I saw the pictures, and did you meet the governor? Did you get a chance to say hello?
I was sitting about 2 feet from him while he was doing his speech.
Really?
It cracked me up. Like, they had all these chairs, and everybody was, like, sitting in the back of the chairs. I'm like, why would you want to sit so far away from the podium?
Is this one taken? I'll
yeah,
sit right
I
here.
was like, why would you want to sit so far away? But this was his first year doing the unveiling, and you could tell it was his first year. He was very in depth in his speech, and normally it's not as in depth, but I think it's important that he lay out what his goals were for tourism and for the state. So that was really good.
Did you happen to, while you were there, did you happen to go into the House chamber when session was going on?
We were on the floor.
Right.
Yeah.
And were you recognized?
No.
You weren't recognized?
They closed out for committees. So
oh, okay.
It wasn't. They didn't have like a full thing that day.
Because I will say this, Georgia's a big state, and a lot of people,
I don't think I said that correctly. Don't hold anybody against me. Closed out for committee. I don't think I said that the right way.
I understand where you went. But what I'm saying is, we're in North Georgia, but Georgia's a very big state.
Yeah.
Very diverse. If you go towards Columbus, there's a different topography there and geographically there. And if you head down towards the Florida line or out towards Savannah or out towards Athens. But that being said, it's when you get to the chamber, and a lot of times there's so many different Chamber of Commerce or different groups that are there that get recognized that you just, really...
We got to hear the morning, I don't know if it's morning, whatever, I can't remember what it's called. So we got to hear people getting up there talking about the Girl Scouts were there that day for something.
Exactly.
And it was something National State Pharmacist Day, so they had lots of student pharmacists there, and they had. I know one representative got up and she's doing something with juvenile justice, and so she got up and spoke about that, and so there was lots of.
But it's a time like that when you're on the floor in the chamber where you're like, this is a big state and a lot going on and a lot happening. So I'm glad you got to go down.
And for those of y'all that did not see the Kia West Point commercial during
the
Super Bowl, I tweeted it.
Yes,
I shared it on Facebook.
Yes, you did.
I have never been so proud to see a nationally recognized brand and manufacturer focus on small town Georgia. It was super awesome.
You liked it. That was that one. A lot of conversation on social media about that one. A lot of people love that one. And that's down there at
West Point.
Yeah, West Point down there, and going down 85, the Kia, big Kia plant there, big investment in Georgia. And
Very, very. I mean, next to Coke, I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a national brand recognize Georgia the way that they did.
Yeah, no, that was. What did you have any other commercial? Not to, I know we're short on time, but just while you brought that up, because we didn't talk about it last week, I'm really like here on Super Bowl commercials for years, several years now. I
like the Stella commercial, but if you're not a fan of like Sex and the City and those and understood the characters that they had in the Stella Artois commercial, you're not going to find that funny. But because I found it funny. Charlie didn't find it funny. He didn't understand
Well,
it.
I heard people saying that everybody now is so concerned that somebody, no matter what, is going to be offended for some reason whatsoever, and they don't touch the third rail of anything. But, you know, I remember, I mean, it might sound silly, but you go back, I mean, you know, when is somebody going to write the next Budweiser Frogs? I mean, as silly as that sounds for the Super Bowl or something, I don't know. You know what I mean?
I will say this, and I'm not ashamed to say it because I'm a Georgia girl, and I love Coca-Cola. But you remember in school you had that one kid that spent all this money like trying to wear the nicest clothes and
one kid, yes.
Yeah,
okay.
like trying more than too hard to be the cool kid. That was Pepsi this year in the Super Bowl. They spent so much money trying to be cool in this state. And here's Coke back there being cool and whatever they do.
So what did Pepsi do that was, what
I mean, just
what
their
commercial?
commercials were so
Which
over
one?
the one with Cardi B and what's his face from The Office and it was just everything they did this year was over the top, and it was like, you know, it didn't sell Pepsi. It didn't sell Pepsi in this state.
Oh, wow.
It just didn't. You spent too much money trying to do something that didn't accomplish whatever your goal was.
Taken from a Georgia girl that yells, "Go Dogs, go Coke." What else? Go Kia. You got to.
I know. I'm all about what's going on in Georgia.
Okay, all right. We got to get anything that we have forgotten this morning that we need to bring up for our viewers that is happening out there.
Nope. All of our Valentine's Day stuff is on our website. Josh will show all that goodies, things, you know.
You're supposed to say it like this.
Oh, sorry.
All the things we discussed this morning is on our website. If you go to GilmerChamber.com, I thought I could make it work.
There you go. Yeah, so if you go to
GilmerChamber.com, right there on the website, and you see up there in the corner, calendar of events, big click here. So if you click on the calendar of events, you will see all of the categories and all of the things happening there. You can find everything we talk about on the show, all of the vineyards, and every holiday, every Valentine's Day event, deal, movie tickets, you name it. You can get it right there on the details there.
Really? You didn't put your phone on silent?
I didn't put my phone on silent. I forgot. So, really? Okay, so we talked about how are the kids? I always like to ask how the girls
Haley
are.
has her first soccer game today. So
First soccer game.
Yeah, we'll be going to that. And Abby has a cheer competition this weekend.
Cheer competition.
So I'm just a little maxed out on my time right now.
Hey, does cheer competition come with any attitude?
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. I just didn't want to laugh. So cheer competition this weekend, right?
Yes.
Wonder what that's like, putting them all together.
It's like Bring It On steroids.
Bring It on steroids. Hey, folks, we're going to take a break, and when we return, don't forget, Karla's Korner you can find on our YouTube channel. That is FYNTV, Fetch Your News. FYNTV, Fetch Your News YouTube channel. Look at the playlist there, Karla's Korner, and you can watch it and share it with your friends. When we return, it's going to be time for Tax Tips with Beth Bennett. There's a lot going on. It is tax season. You have a lot of questions. We have some questions for Beth Bennett from H&R Block. She's going to be with us right on the other side of these commercials. Karla, you have a wonderful week.